Oh wow, this actually looks alright. Well, I got it in. Right, hello everyone, welcome back, and we're back in the garage, and yeah, start building this 15 box, which I've been going on about for quite a while. So yeah, it's finally starting to get a bit warm now as well, so I managed to clean the car and sound deaden inside all of it, because it was still rattling really badly, even though I've done it before, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, let's get on to building the box. Check out these overalls, and I'm a mad professor or something. So straight to it, first bit of wood, let's measure it out. Make sure it's square, and then we can mark where we need to cut and draw a line to cut it out. Right, just like that, already done. On to the next piece. So we're going to go straight away and start marking it out, and because it's the same cutting size for two sheets, we can just put two sheets together, clamp them, obviously mark it out, and then we can cut it, so we don't have to worry about cutting them individually. The saw just about makes it, look. But anyway, yeah, we can simply cut this out, and that is it done. Just look at the quality of that, look. Awesome. Let's just make sure everything's square, including the hoover. There we are. Watch this, abracadabra, and boom. There we are. Right, this is actually going to fit in my car. Oh dear. Oh, I broke this up. Oh dear. Oh dear. But luckily, it's actually a little bit smaller. Sweet. And if it weren't going to fit in, I would have kicked it in and it would have gone in. But anyway, yeah, let's get cutting the next piece. Looks like I've accidentally casted a magical spell because the wood's floating. No, I'm joking. Now, it's good everything else being square, but it's the tape measure square. Right, the right piece is done. Let's draw something for... Nah, it's just a face. Don't worry. Anyway, on to the next piece. Then we forgetting how to spell. The next piece is the port. Let's just move all these pieces down there because it's getting a bit cluttered around it. But anyway, there we go. So everything's now cut, and we can start putting it together with just some screws, and it actually looks alright. There's no massive gaps like normally is when I build boxes. So we can start applying the wood glue to put this thing together. So I'm going to use wood glue and then screw it in just to hold it, and then I'll take them all out and countersink them later. But there we are. Actually looks alright for once. All ready to go, and look at that. Top piece on, everything's looking good. Now we've got to wait 24 hours for the thing to dry. But while we do that, we're going to go and have a look at the port. That was horrible. I've had to, obviously I've just turned it round, but that was holding this up because I'll do this and then this would be like this. Terrible. And I finally got this straight, and guess what? I look back, this was loud like this. Finally, after probably an hour of trying to do this, I've finally got everything correct, so I'm now going to go over and re-glue everything. So then, what does it look like? Let's have a look. If I can put this on with one hand, because obviously I'm holding the camera. There we go, almost. There we go. Right, yeah, it looks alright. No stupid gaps like it normally is. Looks pretty cool. Now then, to do the corner of the port, I'm going to hold this piece of wood with my hand and cut it without a vice, try not to cut my fingers off. So yeah, there we go, and I haven't injured myself, which is surprising. Oh, look at that. Perfect. That's really good. Is it square? It is. Very nice. Anyway, now we can fill it with all sorts of glue and random stuff I found in the bin. And I also found a bit of scrap wood, and I decided to just use that in the corner. Makes it look a bit nicer, doesn't it? And then using a grinder designed for metal, I filed the wood down so it's nice and smooth, and yeah, that's for the port. And then we can screw that in, glue that in, and that actually looks alright. Right. That's perfect. So we're going to brace here, and yeah, hopefully that should be it. So let's add some glue, and then we can get this in and screwed down nicely, making sure the screw's square, of course. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Now the box is all done and dried, we can go down and sand the entire thing, so any little bits that I messed up we won't see. So yeah, I spent about an hour sanding this down, and now we can go and cut the double baffle, which I forgot about, but it's done now, so I can put that on, screw that in, and sand that so it's nice and smooth as well. There you go, and also rounded off all the corners on the wood just so it looks a bit cooler, but we won't see it anyway because there's going to be leather on this box, but it does look really nice to be honest. But yeah, and now let's take it all apart again, and we can use some mastic to seal all inside the box. So yeah, this is what I like to do after the glue's dried. So yeah, just use some dodgy mastic I found in the bin, put that round, it does the job. There we go, all dried, and it's all over my hands, but the box does look nice. And now we can properly glue the lid on and make this final. Now we can cut the speaker holes out. Jesus, well, that's the first part done. Need to get this bit out, but I think I need some sound deadening or something of my own, because that was vibrating my entire body. That was a pain to cut, but at least I've done it. I hope this is actually cut. Doesn't look like it is, does it? I might have to take this off and see if I can get this out, but yeah. There we are, just had to stamp on it a few times. It actually was just floating halfway, so it's obviously gone in at an angle, but yeah, I thought I wasn't going to get that back out again. Oh, look at that. No adjustments needed. Just going to do a quick thud test. Oh yeah, I can hear something. Sounds like my parents' bedroom. I can feel air coming out of the thing. So, yeah, let's see if it fits in with this. What about inverted on the other paddle? But no, it does fit in both paddles. Sounds alright. I know we won't be able to hear anything on the phone, but let's cut the second one. This same trick always works. Just measure the length of the wire and you can go all the way around. Ignore the outer circle because that was an old one that I messed up, but it does the job. So literally just find this here, this dimension, so the inner part, divide it by 2, and then that's the length for that, and you just tie it around the pen. Job done. Oh, there we go, look at that. We can glue the top panel on finally now. Make sure we put loads of glue on here because I don't want this snapping or coming off. Then we can carefully put the top panel on, and then I'm just going to put millions of screws everywhere. And then after that we can use some out-of-date filler which won't dry, and we can fill all of the screw holes in. There we go, box looks alright. And now it's just going to be a lot of sanding. But first we're going to do another brace now in the port, just to make sure this thing does not move at all. So cut it to length, there we go. Fits in really nice, and we can screw that down easily with lots of glue. Right, onto the painful sanding and inhaling a load of filler fumes. And straight like that, onto the paint. Now this paint's actually gone off, but who cares, you're not going to see it. So we can go and apply this with the roller, and yeah, hopefully it looks alright. The leather has arrived. There's a lot more of it than I thought, so we'll be able to do this box easily. Plus maybe, yeah, enough for door cards, custom door cards. This might be another video. And then we've got all the bass face door speakers and tweeters in there, so yeah. Oh, where's the tweeters? Okay, the tweeters are done. I don't know where the tweeters are gone. I'm going to have to look. Found them. Quick look, but it's another video. And now, I've never done this before, but I'm going to attempt to put the leather on with a staple gun. Okay, this is what I've got so far, and I've ran out of staples, oh dear. So there's a few more places I need to put staples in, but yeah, I never claimed to be a fabricator or anything, but it's not too bad. And what I might do is I might cut a corner piece here so I can properly staple this down, because this looks a bit terrible. But with the subbing, don't look bad. And you may ask, will this cause air leaks? I don't know, probably. So I don't really know what to do, whether to just screw it down really tight. It might fix it, I don't know, but we'll have to see. I said this is an experiment, and the air coming out of here, is it going to just rip all this off? I don't know, but I need to figure out what to do, because this staple gun's really hard. I don't know what size staples it are. The ones I've got aren't the right size, so I don't really know what to do. And there's nothing really else I've got here except some screws, but that's going to look terrible, so yeah. So the only thing is, I think we're going to have to call out Anthony Bod's job. Oh dear, loose go-kart wheel? Don't worry, we don't need bolts, no. Use some tape, that'll do. There we go, save money, save bolts. There we are, job done. So, I'm going to cut thing here and just put these in for now. I don't really want to do it in here because obviously it's going to leave a massive mark. Right, so, this side I'm not too worried about, we won't see. It's going to be behind the seats, but, yep, I know. That don't look very good, I might sort that out. But the side that we will see, I've put a little bit more FM. We now have a nice corner with the staples, and this side, have some more. Now we can use some dodgy bod job screws. I've also included some washers, painted them black, and we can screw them down, and hopefully no one notices. But there you are, looks alright, not too bad. So let's go out to the car and have a go at installing the thing. So yeah, hopefully it fits after all of this. So let's have a look. So I've taken the old box out already, and as you can see, it's not that much bigger. It's a little bit higher, which I planned, so it goes up to the seats. So I'll show you so far. The box is in. Quite a pain to get in. I've run out of lugs. I've got one left. So as a temporary solution, because I'm going to run the original small amplifier first, just to see how this battery does. I've got some of the old wiring I had, which I used on this amplifier, so I know it works, just to test. So I'm going to run the positive from the battery, put the amplifier here for now, and then the ground I'm just going to put to the old ground that I had from the previous amp. So yeah, should work. So let's get wiring. Right, please ignore the state of the wiring because this is all temporary. It's all going around the other side, but just to see if this battery works, I'm going to connect the subs up. They're inside waiting, so yeah. Right, this is the dodgy bit now. I hate this bit. Oh, okay, that's good. That means there's no short. Well, it looks like we ran out of time, I'm afraid, but in part 2 we'll do the door cards, we'll install the higher power amplifier, and I've also got a video on a high output alternator for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll try and put as much effort into these videos as possible, so let me know if you like them, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.